Every video and episode of the It's Cavalier podcast is made possible by my supporters over on Patreon. If you enjoy the show here today, consider signing up. You'll get early access, exclusive videos, podcasts, member shoutouts, and more. And as always, thank you for watching. Welcome to another edition of the It's Cavalier podcast. It's your boy Mac, and today we got some news. A rarity at this point in the offseason, and that, my friends, is the release of the Cleveland Cavaliers preseason schedule. But before we discuss some of the excitement and some of the specifics, if you're streaming over on YouTube, do your boy a favor and smash that like button. Subscribe to keep the NBA content coming, and hit that notification bell so you stay locked in all offseason. And if you're listening via Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure to leave a rating and a review. Alrighty. So as I mentioned, the Cleveland Cavaliers have had their preseason schedule released, and let me tell you right off the bat, they got a good one. Maybe not from a competitive standpoint, but from a storyline and feels standpoint. The Cavs preseason kicks off with a home and away with none other than the Chicago Bulls, a team they just did business with this offseason. October 7th, mark that date on your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. That is the day that marks the return of Okoro, albeit in his Chicago Bulls digs in some capacity. It could also mark Lonzo Ball's first official game against his former club in the Bulls, as well as Larry Nance Jr.'s second stint with the Cavs. Some very exciting stuff going on, and that's just right off the bat. We could also get possibly our first look at the lineup that Cleveland could roll out should Darius Garland miss time to begin the season. We could get Naquan Tomlin action. We could get some more Jalen Tyson. I mean, who really knows what else will end up happening? It's preseason, and there's just so much to see. And on the Chicago side of things, we could get the preseason debut of Noah Essengu, Lachlan Ulbrich, Yuki Kawamori, and more. And it's honestly a new era in Chicago, to be honest. A youth movement. Now, Vooch is still on the roster, but I think he's probably likely to be moved this year. And they will take on Chicago again once more just 2 days later in the United Center in Chicago. I can't lie to you guys. Like, as it stands right now, I still wish Okoro well, and somewhat still believe that as young as he is, he still holds some upside offensively. And, you know, it'll be up to their coaching staff to bring that out now, as opposed to Kenny Atkinson and JB Bickerstaff before him. But I tell you what, when he's matching up against the Cavaliers, I hope he takes nothing but L's. He's on the other side now. I just can't wait to see the tribute video, though. Maybe we get to see that awesome dunk that he had against the Houston Rockets years back. Following that, they will take on the new look Boston Celtics, who appear to be going through somewhat of a gap year following the Jason Tatum injury and multiple cap clearing moves. I cannot stress that enough. No more Kristaps Porzingis, no more Drew Holiday, no more Al Horford, no more Luke Cornett. That is 4 of their most prominent rotation players from just this past season. They accounted for a grand total of 6,126 of Boston's 19,830 total minutes played just last year. That is almost 31% of the total minute share for the entire team throughout the entire 82 game schedule. Hell, they might not even be done yet with the moves they could be making, as there have been rumors throughout this offseason that Simons could be on the move after acquiring him. And honestly, nothing truly to be taken away from this matchup outside of facing new Boston Celtic and former Cleveland Cavalier George Niang, admittedly one of my favorite Cavaliers in his short stint in wine and gold. Just the dude's grit, his mentality is he don't like to take a lot of shit out there, and his floor spacing off the bench did provide some pop to that bench, even if he was a massive target out there defensively. And it was honestly cool to get to chat with him on numerous occasions, whether that be on the show or through DM, you know. So George, definitely cool in my book. So it'll be cool to hand him an L over there. But while it may not be a glamorous matchup that like it has been in years past, anytime you get to play in TD Garden could end up being a real spectacle, even if it is just a preseason matchup. And the Cavaliers will end up ending the preseason with a matchup against former head coach JB Bickerstaff and the upstart Detroit Pistons, which is a team that honestly surprised a lot of people last year under his tutelage. And that is largely due to the leaps that they took as a unit defensively. They quite literally went from the NBA's 25th rated defense in the 2023-24 season to its 10th best during the 2024-25 regular season, boasting a pristine 112.5 defensive rating under the defensive-minded head coach that is JB. They've seen some change though. That cannot be debated. No more Malik Beasley. That dude has his own situation going on right now. It's no joke. No more Tim Hardaway Jr., no more Dennis Schroeder, no more Simon Fontecchio. But on the other hand, they did add former Cavalier Caris LeVert, a solid shot maker in Duncan Robinson from Miami, Kobe Jones from Washington, and they did draft Chaz Lanier in addition to retaining the services of Paul Reed. But I'm not going to lie. The whole Malik Beasley of it all is it's just crazy because losing his 3-point production could really come back to bite that team in the ass. And it's not exactly like it was their fault with what's going on with him, but man, that could be a big loss for them. He was second in the league just last year in total 3-point makes with 319 triples, just one shy of league leader Anthony Edwards, who had 320. And mind you, it wasn't just inefficient shot chucking either. This man drilled over 41.6% of his 3-point shots. That could be a big loss. It truly could. They'll have to hope that LeVert and others are able to step up and backfill some of that, but who knows? But overall, it's cool that each and every one of these matchups features a player or a coach with a connection with the Cavaliers. Was that by choice? Who knows? All I know is that I will have individual reasons to watch each one of these games. Which matchup are you most excited for? Which debut has you most hyped up? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, go Cavs.